open this up because it's live. Okay, seems pretty solid. So thanks for watching. Today we're off to the job from yesterday so that we can hopefully pass our rough-in inspection, and then we're going to be off to a new job that I think you're going to like. Quick channel announcements. We are going widescreen. Over the course of the next couple episodes, you're going to want to stay tuned because I've ordered some new equipment. I'm going to be drastically improving the equipment and the methods I use to film my videos. And with a better watching experience, of course, is going to come many wonderful gimmicks to keep you guys watching as long as possible. Improve my standing among the esteemed YouTube community of electrician influencers. Now, if you're one of my diehards, which is the 30% or so of people who tend to watch my videos all the way through, I have a message for you about halfway through this video, so stay tuned for that as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment on the video. More engagement means my videos get put out there more. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoy creating it. Code issues before the inspector arrives. I'll show what we got going on here. The most glaring issues, which I didn't catch yesterday, is Telus, our apprentice, knocked out this KO too large and then put a reducer washer in there. The thing is, they're not weather rated, so water would technically get in there and it might just help us fail our inspection. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this out, put a KO seal here, drill a new hole, put that in there, relay on the transformer. That's the most glaring issue, so we'll start with that. Now, for the sake of creating engagement with my videos, I thought I would ask my viewers a pretty important question. Now, according to my analytics, most of you are aged something like 25 to 45 to 55 even. So most of you are demographically of the age of having kids. Now, for you who have kids or who have grown up or been kids before, what do you think about homeschooling? Because my youngest is getting to that age, and of course it seemed so far away when they were younger, and the question was well out of our mind. But now we are being confronted face to face with the question of, do we want to send our kid to public school here in Hawaii, which is 50th out of 50 in regards to results out of 50 states. As many of you know, the US already, as it is, struggles with our quality of education. But imagine being the 50th, like last place out of our already failing education system. The obvious awesome thing to do would be to put our kids through private school, but I got 3 of them, so how I'm ever going to afford that, I just don't see a way. I've looked a lot into homeschooling and even unschooling, as many of you know, as many of you might have looked into yourself. But yeah, so what have you guys done with your kids? In the US especially, there's also big ideological reasons not to send your kid to public school these days. As some of you might know, we have a bit of a culture war going on with a lot of strong ideology, cult-like thinking, indoctrination. Those are all concerns. Some people say they're overblown, but concerns nonetheless. Other parents, and a lot of them, really look forward to that day where their kid just gets on a bus and goes away for the whole day. You know, it's like government-funded babysitting, but at what cost? We do enjoy self-educating our kids in a lot of ways. My 4-year-old actually can read, and it's because I've been doing reading lessons with him since he was 3 years old. On the other hand, he knows how to fix his own toys. One fun thing we do is, you know, the cheesy little toys from Walmart or thrift stores or whatever, is when they break, which they inevitably do, you know, he goes and whips out the screwdriver, takes them apart. Just the other day, he got his sister's toy lightsaber wet. He went, took the screwdriver, took the whole thing apart, pulled the diodes out of the little lightsaber, pulled out the little control chip, set everything out in the sun so that it would dry, and then put the whole thing back together. Now, that's pretty impressive for a 4-year-old, if you ask me. You know, a lot of unschooling advocates would say that kids can develop their own sense of wanting to learn and kind of pursue their own learning goals by themselves and do a really good job of it. Yeah, so it's weird. I know a lot of homeschool kids who have done really well. I know a lot of them who are really awkward. What do you guys think? What have you sent your kids through as my demographic viewers of the age of 25 to 45? If you're not from the US, how do they do things differently where you're from? I'd like to hear about it. Right here was a mistake. The KO should have stayed sealed, but my helper started opening it up. So I'm just going to put a straight up KO seal on this. I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that unlike some some androgynous metro dwellers, you guys are probably mostly breeders like myself. Blue collars definitely know how to get stuff done, if you know what I mean. See what I did there? Now watch as the engagement just comes flooding in. Look at that. I'm like the electrician Dr. Phil. Trust me, when I go widescreen here in a few episodes, I have tons of gimmicks lined up for you guys. Oh shit, you're just gonna love them. I actually have something really special coming up. I think you're going to want to subscribe and stay tuned. Little bit of a stunt, you might say. You guys down for a stunt? It's going to be absolutely sick. So definitely subscribe. We're going to be pulling off some insane stuff pretty soon here. Okay, it's a little bit ugly, but not really actually. These little weatherproof KO seals actually look pretty natural. So in case you're wondering, I did tool tight it. Okay, I don't get everything on camera. Actually using this transformer as a step-up transformer. So we have 208 3-phase coming in on the X side here. It's a delta configuration transformer, and the secondary is a Y configuration, a 480 volt Y, which the center tap here, even though we're not bringing a neutral out because all we need it for is this well load right here, I still have it bonded using a bonding jumper to the equipment ground and electrode grounding system. Should be good to go. I'm going to leave this open so that the inspector can see it in all of its glory when he comes over here. Let's move on to some other issues. This is our meter main breaker equipment. I need to get the supply side bonding jumper. I believe the utility company is going to bring their 3 conductors and a neutral up into here, land the neutral into here, land the conductors into here. This box still needs to be bonded to our bonding system or whatever. So I'm going to add a lug onto here and then bring a number 8 wire sized by the size of the conductors down into here just to hit this lug. So I'm just going to take this little jumper out. Okay, got my new screw. And this goes just like that. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can find some other code violations. Oops. Better tighten that screw up. Let me know in the comments. You guys are pretty good at finding little code violations. Alright, so we are El Paso. Time to close up, move to the next job. Okay, we're over at this big development area where a bunch of new temporary and soon to be permanent housing is being built. We're here to service or to actually install a brand new irrigation system. I'm gonna assume it's by the giant water tank, so let's go check it out. And I see Tom's truck up there, so that must be it. Hey Ben, this job site over here is pretty crowded. The masons are still all over the place, and we would be all over them if we were running conduit. So Tom still has a few things to do here. Josh suggested that I do a Marriott site visit instead of you having to do it. What do you know about that?
You just got there.
Yeah.
That sounds fine.
All right, I'm being sent into limbo.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna go do a site visit at the Marriott. I guess there's a transfer switch we're gonna move and then add a transformer for a cell site on top of the building, something like that. So I'll go do the site visit, and then the planning department can get information from me, and then they can give the information from you, and then we can like exchange information, like telephone a bunch of times, and then hopefully get it done. So there it is. Okay, there is our automatic transfer switch. That is staying the same. It's actually brand new. Okay, it looks like this is the cell site service. Duct tape to transformer. Transformer goes up into the ATS, and then the load side feeds their tower. Now, like I said, this is going to be reused. This transformer is actually going to be replaced. So we are actually on right now with a 200 amp breaker. That's weird. They said the transformer was broken. Let's take a look at the voltage. Full supply, we have 205, 206. So voltage seems pretty normal. It's a 208 system. 118. Maybe it's just old. I honestly don't know why it's being replaced, but I'm not really concerned about that. It's actually 3-aught. I can see on the labeling there. Better get a picture of that. It's all 2-inch conduit. Did I mention that already? Yep. 24 by 36. 15, 40, 30. I don't really want to open this up because it's live, but I do need to check the wire size. So I'm actually much more comfortable opening this side up to get my wire sizes. See right there, it says 1-aught. The last things I need to do is find out where they got their GEC from and if we can reuse it. I guess I better take it off anyways. What's the worst that can happen? Well, actually, that's not a good thing to say, but nonetheless, I'll be careful. So the bright side is if I drop this piece of metal onto the terminations of the transformer and it explodes, besides being historically renowned as the world's biggest electrician idiot from that point forward, it'll make for some good training videos, you know, for OSHA. Okay, so here we go. Whew. Yes, so I can confirm there's no electrode landed onto this. It's just the equipment ground coming from the service and also from the load side. And look at that. That being held up by that little 2x4? Jesus. Okay, seems pretty solid. Pictures of this. Probably gonna get in trouble for this one. Give me your worst roasts in the comments. The truth is, all these electricians on YouTube, they act all like they're so goody two-shoes, like they never opened anything they shouldn't, or, you know, touched live equipment without, you know, a 40 cal suit or whatever. Point, it's like, I have to see inside, you know, so what are you gonna do? Whine about it? Alright, moving on. Hey, if you're still watching, then according to my analytics, you are one of the 25 to 30% of people who at this point watch my videos all the way through. And for that, thank you. That makes you one of the diehards. And for the diehards out there, I have a special opportunity that I think you're gonna like. We're gonna set up the first tier of membership, and in exchange for a small monthly fee, I wanna give you guys the opportunity to call in to my show while I'm working. If you guys want to call in and just ask a question in the middle of my show, and I'll, you know, answer the phone, you'll be in the video. Or if you guys want to get creative, I want someone to call me and pretend to be like a super clueless, annoying customer. Live call-ins to my job sites. What do you think? Good idea or bad idea? In the meantime, I am going back to help Tom again, even though it didn't seem like there was much over there. We'll see what kind of clips I can get from that. Boring electrician stuff. Dimensions of the SCADA cabinet. Well, this isn't very good for my video. So, yeah, homeschooling. What do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments. Kid, have you sent your kids to homeschool? Or I guess you don't send your kids to homeschool. Have you homeschooled your kids or unschooled them, or had success, had some drawbacks? A lot of you guys on my analytics are boomers. So what does your wise wisdom say about the trends these days? Let me know.